Welcome to Mic Check Waifu Waifu.
Mic check, waifu. Ma, tell them. Is that you?
It is, and it's time to cut it.
This is episode 310 of Mic Check Waifu. As always, it's brought to you by Patreon. Patreon.com/Mic Check Waifu is where you can get early access to the video version of this podcast. Is where you can get access to the Patreon exclusive podcast, The After Story. Where you can get access to the pre-show, which goes live 2 days before this episode goes live for everybody else. Thank you so much for supporting us, Patreon producers. Dad Needs to Talk podcast, Christian, the archivist, aka Death Scythe, Fear, Get the Pro from Chaotic Culture, Explicitly, All for One Mad, Matthew, H, Monique Williams, Semi Sensei, Frozen, Rob Stone, and last but certainly not least, our guy, T Moneyfingers. If you want to support us at the producer tiers, $10 a month. Thank you so much for supporting us. For those that do produce this and many other episodes of the podcast, we truly couldn't do this without you. Shout out to everybody from Mic Check Waifu, including Frozen, who commented on our first episode of our gaming podcast, Respect Games.
Yes.
Join us over on Respect Games. Just go to Respect Games on Spotify, YouTube. The links will be in the show notes in the description of this video. Thank y'all so much for the support on that first episode. We love the love we've been getting on that. I'm glad we're doing it. Next week or Wednesday is our official, or tomorrow, technically from the time you're hearing this, is our official first episode and not just the introduction. So you get a full spiel of how it's going to go. And I am so looking forward to it.
Yeah, man.
I'm so looking forward to it. So again, if you could rate both of these podcasts 5 stars, leave nice comments on wherever you rate it, we'll greatly appreciate it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and like it and everything like that. We'll appreciate that too. So now with all that out the way, let's get into Mic Check Waifu. The anime podcast is brought to you every Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. CT. Bring you seasonal anime conversation. As Tel mentioned earlier, it is cut week this week. So we will be sharing some of our community cuts, our cuts, if we have any, and many other things. First, all right, let's start with episode of the week because I got a couple of questions to ask you about a specific show. But Tel, before we do that, what is your episode of the week this week?
My episode of the week is completely out of bias and completely because I don't think anybody's going to talk about it, but it's With You and the Rain.
I saw you drop a form on our Discord. Discord.mycheckwaifu.com.
I needed to. This is probably going to be my comfort anime of the year. This is like lo-fi the anime. I actually genuinely laughed watching each episode. I laughed, and I remember it was like what, 2 weeks ago. I said that I can't think 2 or 3 weeks. I said I can't think of an anime that genuinely made me just like outright laugh, like out loud laugh. Man, I laughed at each episode, and it's just because it's so chill. I'm sitting here chilling, relaxing, watching this anime just like this on this screen like this, hand on my face, and I'm like,
just because you chilling,
just laughing. But no, I do think it is genuinely a comfortable and so unassumingly like chill show with little funny tidbits here, and they're not overwhelmingly like in your face funny where they're trying too hard. You know how sometimes you try too hard to be funny, it's not.
Yeah.
It did a great job of delivering funny notes without trying to overpresent itself. But it's not a comedy. It doesn't feel like a comedy, but there are parts of it that are comedic.
I mean, it does present itself as comedy though. So
yeah. But what I'm saying is that it doesn't. When you're watching it, the parts that are funny don't come off as comedy, so to speak. They come off as like, I wasn't expecting that.
Okay. That's interesting. I was not expecting that. You are absolutely right. So many choices I can go here for this episode of the week.
Yeah.
So many choices.
There were actually some good ones this week.
You know, I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to go with Private Tutor to the Duke's Daughter as my episode of the week this week. And the reason why is because very surprisingly, I should say, not unsurprisingly, but very surprisingly that this episode had a fight scene that was so well choreographed and animated. I'm like, well, where the fuck they get this budget from in this particular show that don't seem like it should have any kind of budget? It was an incredible fight episode, and all in all, an incredible like story. This small little arc that we were in, particularly, it was quite neat. Again, the show isn't one that I can, I will recommend it to everybody because I do think it's worth the watch, but I know most people won't watch it because it's very, very sideline. It's very one of those anime that's on the side where if you ain't got nothing else to watch, you'll put this on. But I like it. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I actually think that episode was surprising, like you said.
Yeah.
I was not expecting all of that from this.
They popped off. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
The fight scene.
And while I'm saying like, you could say like Seventh Prince or whatever, but
yeah, of course.
For what we saw here, and even for like the emotional impact that they gave, it was there, bro. I was like, oh, okay, I can get with this.
Yeah, and the voice
it actually changed my perspective on this anime because this is going to be on the chopping block.
Interesting, really. I thought it was cute enough and easy enough to watch to keep. In my opinion, I don't think I have. I'm gonna get to that here soon, but before I get to that here soon, let's go to. You remember when we talked about last week when you mentioned your episode of the week? It was, what is it, Takopi?
Takopi Destiny?
Yeah, that being your episode of the week last week. So, you remember
Takopi Destiny?
No, not Takopi Destiny. What's the fucking show?
I was gonna say that's a musical anime.
Yeah, I'm tripping. The Takopi one? What the fuck is
Takopi's Original Sin.
Takopi's Original Sin. You remember that you saying that being your episode of the week this week?
Yeah.
You understand what I was just meaning last week when I said what I said? Yeah. Do you still feel the same way about the show, or do you feel like I think you feel? I could be wrong.
No, I think while I don't agree with aspects of the show, I think emotionally there's a lot of levels to it. I don't know how I feel.
You see what I'm saying?
I have to feel like it's completed, like actually completed. We only got two more episodes?
Yeah, 2 more. It's very for the sake of. I always hate it for the sake of. And for the sake of, let me give you an example of for the sake of. What was that? Akame ga Kill? Is that the for the sake of I'm thinking of? I think that's
they kill. Yeah, they
just do shit just for the sake of shit. And that's what this feels like. Now I get what they're trying to do here, but it just loses, like I said, it just loses all of its emotional intelligence that it had in that first episode very quickly, in my opinion.
It does. It transitions in a very stiff way. I will say that.
Yep.
I do think that there's still a lot of emotion there, but it doesn't carry the same weight as that first episode. Almost immediately.
It turns characters into cardboard. And I always hate that. I always talk about that. I can't stand monumental character shifts. That is, I guess this is somewhat warranted, but it just feels off. It feels wrong. And it doesn't cater to what that brilliant storytelling was in that first episode. So that's why I'm like, it's just now to me, while it was very captivating at first, now it's just an ass show.
You know what? What I think about that is it made me think about the summer Hikaru died.
Oh.
And I don't know if you caught up on that or if you even watched it.
No,
I think it's a great anime.
Okay.
I do. But I do think there's aspects of it that, like, while on an emotional level, as a human being, I can understand, but also as a human being, I'm like, there are parts of this that makes no sense. Especially knowing as a person who has had best friends who are like brothers to me. And I will say my wife is watching this with me, and we have confirmed that this definitely looks like a boy's love. Is how it feels. I'm not against it. I will continue to watch it, but that's not what makes it feel like there was something lacking. What made it feel like something was lacking was kind of the decisions being made, knowing that your best friend is a monster that ate your best friend. If that makes sense. Yeah. So there are decisions being made that are making you a little skeptical on top of others.
They make you make a certain face like, huh?
Yeah. Does it look good? Yes. Does it feel creepy? It does. It lands as a horror anime, and some horror anime just don't do that.
No,
you know
it's very rare, actually.
So it's kind of crazy to watch an anime that claims it's horror and actually lands as horror. Right. Not land as no, it was Uzumaki. The anime Uzumaki. It landed more as like chilling and creepy, but didn't really feel it was like, I wouldn't even say chilling and creepy. It was more like weird and psychological, right?
Is. Yeah, very different.
That's where horror anime typically go. This actually feels like borderline horror, like without being too gory or bloody. It feels like almost like, this is something you could experience in like a spiritual context if this was real. You know what I mean? Yeah. So while I am kind of eerie and not eerie, but weirded out about where their writing aspect is going to go in terms of decision making, the horror is there. So I do actually enjoy that part of it.
The only anime that gave me that eerie, creepy, scary feeling was Another. And I talk about that show all the time every time I bring up horror, but that one actually gives me chills.
I gotta watch it. I feel like I watched part of it and did not complete it.
Yeah, you should. It's really, really good, actually. One of the rare ones that is considered horror and good. Yeah, let's talk about Cut Week, man. I mean, I guess we kind of touched on it. I'm going to watch that Topi's OP, whatever that shit's called. I'm going to finish that just because it's only 6. Like, yeah. If it was a 12 and this is where we was at after, coming up on 12, there's no way I would have continued to watch it.
Because it's such a quick one and done.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just something to mark off on my list of thousands of anime. So at that rate, I'm like, I might as well finish it. So yeah, that's continuing. But all right, where do we go from here?
All right. So before we jump into our cuts, right? Mm-hmm. I do think that we should preface that, and I'll say this.
I love your prefaces.
While I don't think that my cut will be large, I do think that this is a season that does not require a lot of trimming, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. I am going to make some cuts, but I'm not going to be trimming as much fat as I have in previous seasons.
Yeah. Same.
If that makes sense.
I mean, to be fair, like there's one show that I could not finish. That's Night, whatever that shit was called. Night of the Living Cat. Night of the Living Cat, yeah. I couldn't finish that first episode. Just wasn't for me. It wasn't hitting. I think that was one of our community sleepers. I think it was it TK? It may have been TK sleeper. We can go back in the notes to figure that out, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't try. And I kind of didn't want to try, to be fair. After watching a little bit of it and seeing where it was. Kilo. No. Okay. I'm kind of sad. Okay. Yeah. I couldn't do it though. I couldn't finish that first episode. I wasn't into it at all. So that one was going super early.
And that's fair. If you can't complete it, then it's probably not going to be that. But I mean, I feel you. I don't think that that's going to be one that I can finish on top of all of these good ones here.
Yeah, gems, absolute gems we got. I'm more so adding stuff than I am cutting, to be fair.
Yeah, and I found myself doing that. Like I added, like I said, I finally watched With You in the Rain. I'm like, oh, that's gotta stay. That just got added to my list. But what is going, I feel like it's definitely going to be a shocker to Polo.
Oh, talk to me.
The first one that I just cannot get into, bro. And I think literally there's only 2 that I'm cutting. Yeah,
I'm waiting.
Only 2. The first one is the Shy Hero and the Assassin Princesses. I don't like it.
Yeah. After that was one that was on the chopping block for me after 2, and I watched the third. I'm like, you know what? I could do it, but I can completely understand that why you would want to cut.
Yeah, it's. I don't think I actually enjoy. I don't even enjoy the hero or the Assassin Princesses, and it's like I actually don't think this one is something I want to watch. I completely
understand. I completely understand because I don't know why, but for some reason when I turn it on, I can't look away. So with that being said, like I find it endearing especially this third episode. I find it endearing that what happens when they settle on not being able to kill the hero, essentially.
But my thing is like, I don't know what it is, bro. I can't even say it looks bad or anything like that.
Nope.
I didn't even make it to the third episode. I started the second episode and was like, this is not for me.
Yeah. See, but it's there. There's something there. It's not great though. It's not one I would recommend. I wouldn't even force you to try to watch the 3.
Did you have anything you were cutting?
Yes. I guess we already talked about it last week, huh? But the solo camping for 2.
Okay.
Gone.
Okay.
That's gone.
And hear me out. I feel you, especially after this episode. I was like, come on, man. I was trying. I was.
Oh, you turned on episode 2?
Yeah.
I didn't even turn it on. Talk to me. What was episode 2 like? Was it even worse?
I mean, I wouldn't say worse, but it was a lesser continuation of it. There were more moments of like, okay, this could make sense, and there was a slight moment of like a graduated understanding that she needed to be somewhat independent, and that wasn't interesting. Mm-hmm. But the idea that he will have those moments of soloness was amazing.
The fact that you gotta fight through that though.
I wouldn't even say necessarily fight through it. I was like, yo, girl, if you don't go on about your day. But there's something about it that like you said with the Assassin Princesses, that I turn it on and I don't want to turn it off. And it could be because I just want to see the success of it, even though I'm feeling like it might not be successful. But
only 4 episodes of that. Like,
well, what I'm saying is next week it might be on cut week, but I'm not sure right now. Right now, I'm still giving it a chance because I really do find something about it good, but it's not her. It's not her.
Yeah.
I could literally do without her.
Yeah.
I hate to say it.
She's literally the worst thing that one of the worst characters I've ever seen be introduced in a show, to be honest, because it was just like from out of nowhere, from out of left field. It was solo camping for 2 started off like the one you just was mentioning with you in the rain. It was smooth. It was chill. It was cool. I'm like, I am excited to see him camp and how he's going to do it and where he's going to, like, catching fish or something, or, doing something that is camping, like almost like that YouTube channel. Oh, what's that YouTube channel? Outdoor Boys or something like that. And a guy, he's literally just does outdoor shit solo. He sets up a camera. He goes into like these super freezing conditions and builds snow igloos and survive with, bags of curry that he cooked up 2 days ago and he took out. It's just that stuff it's fun to watch. It's cool to watch, and I would have loved to have that in the anime form. But as soon as she popped up and slapped him and doing all this, you're going to do the solo camping for 2. We're going to do it. I was like, nah. Good.
No.
I'm good. No, thank you.
Absolutely not.
There's no way I'm spending 24 episodes with you.
I do want to say this, but because you mentioned it, it made me think about it again. With you in the rain, Polo, I do think you should watch it.
I got it on the list. Just add it.
I think you will find that MC madly endearing. I think you will love her.
Yeah, it's on the list.
Everything about her. Everything about her. She is amazing.
She's not gonna be. She's probably not gonna be my top character though, Marie.
Oh, I mean,
all that matters. All that matters right now, and probably for the foreseeable future, she's the number one female character this season. She is the absolute best, and I love her to death.
That's your best?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's crazy.
I had to get that in there every episode at least.
I feel you.
Anything else, man? I don't think I'm cutting anything. I didn't start Call of the Night, though, season 2. I haven't even started it yet.
I'm gonna watch that on like a small binge cycle. So I'm gonna wait till there's 3 episodes. I'm gonna watch it. Let's before I throw out my last cut, let's see what TK is dropping. Well, let's go to Crystal Light first. She got a little comment here.
Yeah.
My list is so small. Laugh out loud. If anything was cut, it was the shows that didn't get an international release. But everything I have is surprisingly good to stay.
Yeah.
Which there's a lot here. I got 32.
Jeez.
I believe on the list right now.
Jeez. This might be one of the bigger, more consistent seasons, to be honest.
Yeah, actually, I got more than 32 on the list, and only, like I said, only 2 of them are getting cut for sure. Maybe
I can't even think of 32. Maybe if I count my list, it'll probably be around there too. But I digress.
Well, so technically, there's more, but it's because Night of the Living Cat that's gonna go. But it's because I feel like I'm not adding that to the cut list because can I call it a cut? Yes, but if I couldn't even start it, I feel like you know what I mean.
Well, I guess that's a good point.
Because just because you start it and you get 3 minutes in, you're like, you know what, this is garbage, and turn it off.
Interesting.
Is that a cut? It is kind of a cut. But
absolutely. Let's consider that a cut because we turned it on. To be fair.
Okay, we'll say that's a cut. But Night of the Living Cat, that would be one of my 3 cuts. Then,
did you start Bullet yet? Apparently, 8 episodes of it dropped.
What?
Yeah, and it's on. Well, let me see. Where is it at? Yeah, 8 episodes dropped, and like the 9th episode comes out. I guess the rest of it comes out in 22 days. So it's a weird release for this one in particular, but it's on Disney Plus and Hulu.
It didn't even hit my list, bro.
Oh, it didn't? I got it right here on Hulu. Yep.
I don't think I even.
Yeah, that one we gotta watch because it is an anime original, but
I do have to add Hulu back to my payments then. I don't think I'm even using Hulu right now. Yeah, I don't even have Bullet on my list. I thought Bullet was on my list. It literally was on my anime in progress. Now it's not. So I got to add Bullet to the list because I did plan on watching that one.
Yeah.
Why is it not? It is set to watch it already. All right. Okay. All right. Let's go to
TK. I got TK. TK says I dropped 7 this season. I will list them and give the reasons. Broken Saintus has 0 animation worth in debate. Jesus. Solo Camping for 2, female lead is unbearable in all caps. And it's 24 episodes? Absolutely not.
Sentiments are shared.
Kami Sabuki City Under Construction, 100% CGI. He ain't for that. 9 Ruler's Crown, very confusing first 2 episodes. Okay, I might want to pick that up just to see how confusing it is. Dekken no Mynoghra, the Earthbound Moan, very boring. See you tomorrow at the food court, even more boring than Earthbound Moan. And then his last one is a shocker to me, but it's Watari-kun's. Is all about Life's is all about the collapse. To be honest, I couldn't get into the story. And what's funny is it's so interesting. It's so interesting because even me and Fear, I think it was Fear, that had a crazy discussion about it in the Discord. We like bouncing back and forth, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, maybe we going a little bit too deep because maybe the show isn't actually as deep as we're making it, but it seems like it is, which is very intriguing. So I'm interested to watch this 3rd episode. I'm so sad I messed up and didn't watch it.
I do want to say this about the Kamutsubaki City Under Construction. I think that might still be on my list. That is also getting cut.
Yeah, get that shit out of here.
Only because it's the same. I didn't count as a cut because it's the same as Night of the Living City. I saw it. I was like, nope, this ain't getting talked about. So that is technically also a cut.
Okay.
But that's reasonable. You saw it. Nah, it's got to go.
There it is. That's a good reason. If you added it to your list during our preview, then and you take it off, that's considered a cut in my opinion. I think that should be the standard.
And then I'm gonna just go ahead and take this off now while we're here. Now, my last cut before we go on to the next one, and I only want to say this. Just hear me out, brother, man.
I'm listening.
Don't judge me, because I gave it 3 episodes, and I'm contemplating not watching. I'm contemplating not cutting it because I'm like, I know Polo's gonna watch it. I know he's gonna watch the whole thing, and I know he's gonna want to talk about it. Betrothed to My Sister's Ex, bro.
Oh, it's so good.
I don't like it.
What?
I watched all 3 episodes, bro.
There's no way you feel this way.
This is not good.
No, you're crazy. Don't listen. This is the first time I'm in this community that I will say do not listen to Tell because he is absolutely wrong.
I am, and I'm not. Hear me out.
He is objectively and subjectively wrong.
I can't be subjectively wrong. I can
You
be
definitely
objectively
are.
wrong. I'll be objectively wrong. But hear me out. Just hear me out on my reasoning, bro. Hear me out, okay? This character dynamic.
It didn't even start yet.
It has started. It started in episode 1, and then it just progressively got more irritating, in my opinion. And I say this. This is what was irritating about it. And I'm just, it pissed me off. And then it just, this is what, he is supposed to be this person who is somewhat discriminated against because of his skin complexion. But he's in a higher place, a higher ranking. Mm-mm. So people are seeking him out because of et cetera, et cetera. Mm-mm. Just hear me out. This is what it is. And this is how I'm perceiving it. And then he's providing this life for this woman that he thought he fell in love with. And he chased her down.
All of this is wrong.
She thought he was sending a letter to the wrong person. And he really, really cared about her and all these things. And then she has been mistreated and neglected all of her life for him to give her the life of like luxury.
I feel like this is ADHD talking.
It could be. Give her this life of luxury where in reality, like, I don't know, bro.
There's so much more to it. I'm
happy with this. I understand. I've seen all the layers to this, bro. I don't think this is good.
I've seen all the layers to it, and you missing 90% of it. I
can't explain the 100% of the show in just an hour. I mean, I could, but then we'd be taking up the whole podcast to explain this one show.
You wouldn't even need to. It wasn't necessarily that he's discriminated against. That's not the case at all. It's a whole different dynamic when it comes to the family relationship between him and what happened with his, I guess, stepmother, essentially, to his real mother, and then everything being stepped up. And then on top of that, with him and the way he was, quote unquote, what you perceive to be as discriminated against, the way he initially, like, he takes that and reconfigures it within the castle with his employees, and then he was it's so much more to.
Right, but they even talked about how I only read about them in books and stuff like that. Like,
no, you're talking about. I don't know how to discuss it without spoiling it, because this is a must watch show. I will say this is a must watch show for the first time ever in the show's history. That I would say, do not listen to Tell. No matter what kind of anime you like, don't listen to him on this one. This one is a very special show, especially when it comes to the dynamic of the characters, which that blew my mind. That part I don't like get.
These characters,
but
together,
huh?
I don't like these characters together.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy.
I don't find her endearing or sweet.
What?
Yeah, bro. Like, hear me out and just hear me out, bro. I'm immediately after that, I watched Busu no Hanatabawo, your sleeper. The May showers bring April flowers, or April showers bring May flowers. It's just infinitely more like, I'm just like, thank you. That's what I felt like.
She's even less endearing, but it's a different style, I guess. So I can't really fault you for that. They're very two different styles of shoujo that I'm coming to find that I enjoy both very much equally, but this one is about it's a better, I call it a better Cinderella story, essentially. It's a way better Cinderella story.
I've always hated Cinderella.
The whole lack of confidence and the suffrage that she's been through, and now she's needing to learn to love herself, needing to learn to speak up for herself, needing to learn to become more of herself, opposed to just being for her family and for others. And it's just so much. It's very endearing. It's the opposite of what Tell said. It's extremely endearing.
Is this unnecessary rags to riches, even though she was in a place of political power, but just was put down by her family?
She wasn't in a place of political power. Her family was poor.
But they're still technically royals. You know what I mean? Technically, they're still better than the lowest of low. They're just lower than they're the lowest of the high.
No, to put it in perspective, it's like what we grew up on, or I guess in a sense, what we grew up on before we moved, both of us. I was never even close to what I was until after I moved to Maple. It was I was in a 1-bedroom with a brother and his, you know what I'm saying? Like they're low. They're piss poor. They got to grow their own food. They don't have enough money to grow their own food. Like, it's just so much more to this story that I think people should watch, because
I understand that.
He's missing so much.
I'm not missing any of that. I'm not lying to you. I don't think it's any way interesting for me. That's all.
Watch it, y'all, and then figure it out.
Everybody else watch it.
Please do. It's incredible. It's incredible.
But as for me, it is cut.
Okay. Did you watch Dealing with the Mynoghra sister? Is a breeze?
I haven't yet, because I ended up watching the 3 episodes of the With You in the Rain. And
okay.
What else I watched? I watched something else, I think, too.
I thought after you watched the 1 episode of the Mynoghra sisters, I thought you would have considered dropping this one if you would have watched it. But then,
really,
yeah,
because I
just
thought
the first episode.
I was assuming that was going to be like the Shrine Sisters, the Shrine Maidens, or whatever.
You know what? That's a great comparison, actually.
And I was like, if it's like that, I'm gonna love it. So that's why I didn't put a precedence on it to like rush it and watch it immediately, because I was like, if it's gonna be like that, I'm gonna love it, and it's not gonna be a problem.
As I said last week, the first episode is rough, but they put out 2 episodes the same day it came out, rightfully, like intentionally, and that was genius of them to do, I think, personally, because that brings you into the story perfectly. But yeah, it ended up being. It's so good, so very, very good so far. All right, go ahead for all for one Matt, one of the Patreon producers, if you will.
Hey, what's up, All for One Matt? Let's go ahead and talk about you real quick. All for One Matt says, I have no cuts for any of the shows I'm watching. I know it's early to say, but it's been a solid season so far. However, Solo Camping for 2 will be on the chopping block every week. Which is 100% accurate, because that's also how I feel. We'll be on the chopping block every week, though right now I'm okay with the show. Also, I just want to say Clevitas and Marie are in the lead for best male and female characters this season. And lastly, those new maids from Betrothed to My Sister's Ex better shape the fuck up.
No, they better get the fuck out.
I also agree.
I hate them maids. I want to kill them.
I don't want to say too much about the maids, but
true. I just spoilers. My fault.
They're unaware on how what they're doing impacts her.
Yeah, because they don't understand who she is, and that's what's so fucking good about it. It's so many pieces. But yeah, I agree. They're so misinformed. But what's so great though is that
I feel like if she just knew how to talk,
it's going to be a lesson that she's going to learn, which I think is actually dope. I really do. Let's go to Dad Needs to Talk. Shout out to Dad Needs to Talk podcast. He just dropped a new episode recently. I believe it was last week, technically, by the time you're hearing this. So make sure about the Superman movie. Make sure y'all go check that out. I don't really have any cuts, or this is Dad Needs to Talk, by the way. I don't really have any cuts, though. There are shows that I'm just not in a rush to watch. I do have a locked list of shows that are priority watches. Clavitas, it's a really good show. I love the brutality, and it's done in a tasteful manner, if that makes sense. Yes, it does. I'm going to talk about that here shortly. Water Magician. Yeah. It's just paced really well, and I like how and I like what we've gotten to see the world of. I like what we've gotten to see of the world. Excuse me. Number 3, Private Tutor and the Duke's Daughter. A solid group of characters, paced really well. MC cares about the students. And then 4, Welcome to the Outcast Restaurant. The show balances the wholesome environment in the restaurant against the dangerous situation these young adventurers find themselves in. The MC is a good dude looking out for these kids. And there are other shows that I enjoy, but these are my tops so far. Yeah, we usually talk about this in midterms, but I have to agree with everything on his list. Mm-hmm. And maybe for me personally, Water Magician is a little bit iffy. It's not on a chopping block per se, but it's on a block of. It's on a couple of blocks before the chopping block, if you will, because it's just to me, it's kind of, you know.
The thing is, I feel you on Water Magician is that it's mostly because while there's such a cool dynamic between like, and I'm not gonna say specifically the character because the character is I feel like an archetype we've seen.
Yeah, very dry though.
But it's the how it started, which is kind of interesting with like the monsters, the like the Dullahan helping him and stuff like that. That was interesting, and then seeing him that beginning phase was very interesting. I actually find this part with him meeting the hero dude and even fighting the wyverns and stuff, like, while I think some of it was interesting to see the thought process of the actual implication or implementation of it was not as highly interesting, and then you have the fact that the animation is just terrible. It's not even, I wouldn't say B tier even. It would be like C minus. It's T-bait. But without so much cut out, I guess, because we don't know what's cut out.
You know what I think the problem is? I think the problem with this one is that Scooped Up by the S-Rank Adventure Party is out this season too, and that's just better. While it also has the T-bait animation, it's just a better cast of characters so far. So while I do like Water Magician, and it's not going nowhere. I'm gonna watch it all because it's just a Polo and Tail ass show.
It's an easy guaranteed watch. Exactly.
Scooped Up by S-Rank Adventure Party has just been leagues more interesting. I am interested though, I guess slight spoilers, but the elf girl that walked past our guy, Rio, this most recent episode, she mentioned, that's the so-and-so outfit. I'm not gonna say who because I don't want to spoil it, but that piece is a little bit more interesting. And I just want to see him pop off. Let's just pop off. Because there's been nothing more fun than watching the Seventh Prince return. And just watch him just be just so overpowered that it's ridiculous. And I just love every minute of it.
I remember when Seventh Prince first came out and everybody had complaints.
The stupid complaints.
What is he wearing? Blah, blah, blah. First of all, shut up. Look at this show.
Who cares about that? Yeah.
Look at what he's talking about. Look at how he getting it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's so silly. Those complaints were so silly.
It's so unfounded in the fact that like the rest of the show is truly something special, bro.
It really is so good. To get to Clavitas, what he said about Clavitas is the perfect synopsis of it just being this a tasteful destruction. I like to call it, because it's destruction everywhere. It's fucking bones getting ripped off and body parts flying everywhere, but it's done in a way that is not the Akame got killed or the for the sake of type shit. It's very tasteful, very poignant to the story and meaningful. And again, the cast is phenomenal so far.
It gives me a very and just hear me out when I say this comparison, because one of them is like if you took Clavitas to an extreme, and the other one is like I almost feel like if you slowed it down a little bit.
I think I know what you're about to say.
But it's almost like if you mix Berserk and Claymore together, and you
why was I thinking the same
almost
thing?
right in the middle. It just feels like that.
Yeah.
It just feels like, man, that's like the perfect mix of what Clavitas is.
Yep.
And it's actually extremely compelling. I'm watching this show every week and I'm just like, bro, I'm so happy this is on my list. Like, I didn't know I needed this. I didn't know I needed this.
It by far has been my favorite watch, especially since the dub is so incredible. every time my heart breaks for a character in the show. I guess I don't want to say, but it's just it's the perfect. Again, it goes to I guess you can't really consider it a shonen, but this goes to show like you can write action shows good. Like there's nothing wrong with writing an action show well. You know,
but I'll also say what they have going for it, though, is the sense of uniquity or uniqueness in the perspective.
Yes, the perspective is what
we are coming from the view of Clevitas in a lot of this.
Yep.
And the writer had to take on a more like, I'm above you.
Yeah.
But I am genuinely coming to this almost in a scientific.
I'm above you with a curiosity.
Yeah, like why do you meddlesome humans even do this? And that's what it is, and that's what makes a lot of it interesting, because it is a lot of introspection in watching it, because humans are crap a lot of times. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But Clevitas is trying to figure out why. Why shouldn't I just wipe everything out? And this is amazing. I love the perspective of it.
Can I be honest with you, Till?
Go ahead, brother.
So far from what I watched, hear me out. This might, for me personally, be a 10 out of 10 show. So far.
I haven't had any complaints yet.
Not yet. I don't have one. And
I'm telling you, even like, and I know that she's not, hear me out. What's her name? Nell?
Oh.
I love her.
So much.
I feel like, it sucks. Her story breaks my heart. I'm not going to tell you her story. But oh my God,
I love her so much. I just want nothing but the best for her, bro.
Nothing but the best.
Nothing but the best.
I was distraught when she looked at him, because I knew exactly why she turned Clevitas down the way she did.
Yep. It's brilliant. All of it's just brilliant. So it is. Let's not talk about it anymore, because we're gonna get into spoiler territory. It's just it's a perfect show so far, in my opinion.
Hey, I'm with you.
Even when dude, you ever just listen to the music in the show? What's great about the music in Clevitas is that it matches the aesthetic of
the art, world.
The art, not just the world, but the aesthetic of the art design. So the art design is a very faded, almost 80-esque kind of film grain to it, which I'm so glad they still lightened up on it, but it matches that sound of the music, matches that aesthetic of it. It's a very almost record-esque kind of sound. It's so good. It's just so good.
And while we're gushing on it, I just want to say this. The way they lightened up on it was by making the motion smooth. Because in those 80s, the motion, while they could have made it smooth, was slightly more like clunky and stiff.
Yeah.
This is like 2030, you know what I mean? Kind of motion. Like the motion is there, it's smooth, it's not generic, and it looks good, while also maintaining the grittiness of the 80s and whatnot, the goriness in the 80s and whatnot, like that. That's why it looks and feels so like great.
Yeah, it's very, very impressive how good Clevitas is. Yeah. That being said, I don't think there's anybody else in the Discord who has cuts this week. No, that's it. Yeah. Let us know if you have any cuts. There's going to be the podcast thread is going to be up. So you could just drop it in there, and we'll take a look at that next week as well, because why not? But other than that, I have nothing, man. This has been such a very easy season for me. I cannot wait until I see the dub start coming out for Rascal Does Not Dream of Santa Claus, because I'm looking forward to watching that. Oh, it's gonna be so good.
I gotta watch those movies.
Yeah.
Do you want to review this season? Well, we probably
review this.
I won't. Not the dub. What's our mid-season review? Do we already discuss that?
The mid-season review. No, we didn't actually. Because
last pick one of the movies to review.
For a mid-season? No, I would say no to that because of the way they're structured. And you'll see when you watch them. You can't really consider. I guess you can, but you can't really consider it a movie, if that makes sense. Okay.
So
they're just long episodes.
Should we throw out feelers now? Ask the people.
Yeah, we should, because the midterms is coming up. We normally do during midterms, which is us reviewing the season so far, giving grades on what we feel of the seasons. We also review a show from the community, whatever show that you guys think we should watch and review. I think it's a great idea to get that now so we can have it ready to go. So we know what we are watching. What would we consider to be midterms? Let's see here.
So some things have 4 episodes now, but it was like a 1, 2, 3 kind of release.
Yeah, I agree. It August 13th? Or
because some things
it'll be
have
August 6th or August 5th. Sorry.
Cool.
5, 6. 5, 6. Sorry, just doing the math here. 5, 6, 5, 6. 5, 6. Yeah. No, it'll be like August 6th. And if we wanted to give it a little bit more leeway for the stuff that came out a little bit later, we go to 13th. But you want to go to 13th or 6th?
Let's do the 6th because the week of the 13th is Paulo's birthday. So let's go with the 5th.
Okay, the 5th it is then. Clean. Now you guys just let us know what y'all want us to review. It could be a show that you've watched already or a show that you have in your list that you consider watching. Preferably 12 episodes. We're shooting for 12 episodes. We always shoot for 12 episodes because it's a lot easier to get through during a week than trying to watch 24 of something. But yeah, unless we already had like something going. Like what did we review last? Was it Log Horizon? That was phenomenal though. That was
that was great.
That was so much fun. That's what we're gonna do. Mid-season review. All right. So any other thoughts on particular shows that surprise you, Tel?
First episode of Welcome to the Outcast Restaurants was great.
Oh, you finally watched it. Let's go.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Characters are awesome.
I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
Oh yeah, I watched all.
You said you watched it. I only watched the first episode, but yeah, it was phenomenal. First episode actually. I'm very surprised for a cooking anime to pop off like that.
True. A big surprise for me though is truly, and I said I was going to do this every episode to kind of give you all some facts on those who don't play Civilization games, but Tail Sleeper, Apocalypse Bringer. What a great episode. Okay. This episode was all about the progress of the civilization of Mynoghra, and it was phenomenal. They showed the importance of having resources or building food resources first, and then they discussed the most important thing you built outside of the food resources, and that's a military. But in this particular game, which this is more so leaning towards the Warhammer series, the Total War Warhammer series, where instead of having armies of people, you can actually hire a hero in those games, and those heroes are specific to these strategy games because they literally lead the armies into battle, but they're capable of wiping out entire battalions themselves. And these are real in Total War games. Yeah, like they're unbelievable in Total War games. Like I think in one of them,
Age of Mythology had them too.
Oh yeah, Age of Mythology too. I almost forgot about Age of Mythology. I think Age of Wonders do too. But I digress. Those heroes are vastly important. They're so OP, and most of the time, every player on the map can have a hero character. I think in this particular case would be that priest girl for that one land. I think she would be considered their hero, quote unquote. But as you saw in the show, his advisor Alto, she's considered a hero too, and already only 3 days of being there, she's already very capable.
And also like how detrimental it could be to lose a hero in a battle or anything like that. Man, it changes the whole tide of the game even, because some heroes affect production. Like I know that's what happened in Age of Mythology a lot, is that I would always go with like it was Icarus. And Icarus would increase your production based off like speed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you could produce way more units and whatnot. While Icarus wasn't as strong as others, he just would, his overall rallying support and stuff would be crazy.
Yeah.
But then they also talked about the terrain effects.
Yeah.
And not all armies have terrain effects. It's something like, for instance, you would see in StarCraft 2 with the Zerg. The Zerg specifically get boosted stats on their terrain.
Yeah. So this one, outside of the smaller things, I've never seen a game, I don't think, have this much like detrimental effect on the terrain though. Like, like I know, like if you're playing Total War, right? If you're playing Total War and you're riding horseback cannot go through trees. Like, I mean, they can, but it is they'll be flanking extremely slowly because they're trying to ride through trees. Obviously, horses ride through trees, they just don't work. So that's the most I've seen, like, as far as like environmental issues come about. I guess when you think of, I can't think of any game that has this much gravitas into the terrain, which is very unique, in my opinion, for this particular show game. But yeah, also what's very important too is the the amount of time you have a hero. Just the fact that heroes can level up the longer they last. That's a very Total Warhammer, and it's very scary because they can become
also requiring very little resources.
Very little resources. Yep. And that's why he's deciding to summon that first, opposed to building a full set of armies, because without their food production not being fully produced, you'll have a problem. This guy's smart. This guy's good. He did say that he was like,
this is his thing.
Yeah, this is his thing. He's in this particular situation because he's cleared the game at his hardest difficulty. What did you say? Like 4 times or something like that, whatever it is. So
right. So just throw him in the game for real.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how something about this is very, very special. Let me go to something our guy, Frozen, said about this game. He said, should the next 2 episodes, the other nations already sent. Oh, I guess that's spoilers. Let me not do that. But he said, this is the line I meant to read. Man, this show is interesting and I'm loving the nation building concept. Dude, I don't think you've seen nothing yet. Because I think it's going to get even deeper with the amount of detail they have in this show. And thank you for letting me gush about it, y'all, because I love it.
Yeah, bro. This show is an easy watch. I did. They brought him a gift. That was hilarious. I was like, oh, okay, thanks. But the show is great, man. It's a absolutely phenomenal show.
One of your best sleepers, by the way.
Easily.
My
Dress Up Darling had it. Are we doing spoiler talk this week?
Yeah, let's do spoiler talk.
Let's do spoiler talk. I want to do My Dress Up Darling.
Okay. Yes.
Just because I want to gush about it.
Yes.
Can't lie to you. I just want to gush about My Dress Up Darling. Really? Secrets I Know, which was good. Oh, do you want to talk about Dr.Stone?
Yeah, hell yeah. I do.
And then
you haven't been watching a couple of Cuckoos, I'm sure.
No, I haven't touched that one yet.
So good.
But I do need to. A couple of Cuckoos. You want to do just that too, or do you want to talk about Betrothed to My Sister's Ex so we can get?
We kind of gave it what we needed to give it. Yeah.
Okay. Also, you need to watch Ugly Mug Epic Fighter.
Yeah, I still got it in my list actually.
So Dr.Stone and
My Dress Up Darling. And My Dress Up Darling.
My Dress Up Darling. Let's do it.
Let's get to know My Chick Waifu real quick. It's part of the podcast where one of us rolls a random number generator. The other reads a question associated with that number, and it's my turn to roll a random number generator.
Let's get it.
That's her.
Yeah.
Read the question.
Here. And the question is...
Number is 66.
66 is not there because let's go.
40.
Number 40. What is the most obscure anime you've ever watched?
Well, that's a great question. What's obscure, huh? I mean, we got a list of 1,000, man. That's really hard to pick.
I think I got one.
Okay, talk to me.
You gotta look it up. Hold on. You gotta look it up when I put, what is it called? Foxtrot. It's a
Foxtrot.
Hold on. It's a anime. It's not. I don't even think I can find it. It's. I think it's called like Foxtrot 1 or something like that. But literally, the anime, it's in Japanese. But it's about American hamsters being portrayed as going to war.
Oh. What the hell?
Like hamsters or gerbils or something like that, bro.
Very obscure. The hell? Yeah, I don't think I have anything that obscure.
Yeah, it's wild.
I'm just scrolling down my list. There's so many. Still can't believe I watched this much shit. I guess obscure doesn't necessarily have to be super weird, but I guess obscure isn't really that obscure, but because it's right here in front of my face. The World Only God Knows. It's about a dating sim champion. Cute girls rendered powerless by his irresistible game playing techniques. But in the real world, he's obviously not that great. But he uses his video games techniques against girls, and they fought all over him. It's very, very obscure, but it has like 5 seasons or something like that. 3 seasons, I think. But yeah, that's it. All right, we're gonna take this quick break, and when we come back, we are going to spoil my dress up darling. And I forgot that fast. Shit.
Dr. Stone.
We'll be right back after this. welcome back to episode 310 of Mic Check Waifu. This is the spoiler half of the show where we spoil in detail or just talk about a show without holding back. In particular, we're going to talk about episode 3 of My Dress Up Darling season 2. Yeah, this is one of the best shows ever.
Man.
And this is probably one of the best episodes of My Dress Up Darling ever.
This episode, what they do so well in every episode, though, is take the judgment out of everything, right? And by that, I don't mean that they avoid the idea of judgment. I mean that, like, it's so shamelessly like what it is. Yeah. There's no shame in anything in enjoying this anime, bro. It's crazy. Like, imagine how we transitioned from episode 2, where he was thinking that, like, he was going to have to, like, defend her and get a guy off of her, to episode 3, you know, and what was that? Technically, that was like, what, episode 1, but like we have so many different emotional fluctuations in this show.
Yeah. That
could be whatever. But when you get into the actual love of what you do and what he does, even, right? We had season 1 where he did not feel like what he was doing was accepted or was normal. He didn't feel like the dolls were normal and doing the makeup for the dolls and dressing them was normal. But go ahead, bro.
I think it's the show is complex, but yet so simple. It's a microscope as to, like, and I mean everything within the show is a microscope as to what he thought at the very beginning of the show, right? Was judge a book by its cover. That's essentially what the show is, top to bottom. Judge a book by its cover. He see this popular gal girl who he would consider himself to have no chance with in hell, and who would probably make fun of him for, and like he had experienced in his past, for, you know, preying up these dolls. But that, come to find out, season 1, obviously what that whole thing is about is she's not that type. She's not going to judge you, or if anybody gets judged, she's going to be upset for them, as we saw in this most recent episode. But it's just that. But what it does is it has these micro moments of don't judge a book by its cover, all basically thrown at Gojo over and over and over again, because he was prejudged, so he wouldn't prejudged. And now, you know what I'm saying? And now he's learning that people would feel a certain way because of, you know, what they love to do. And I just love the way it tells that story of these little micro stories of him learning the lesson of being prejudged or prejudging others or assuming and making an ass out of yourself, essentially. It's just a spectacular way of telling the story. And then we're gradually getting to the point where this gal girl who he thinks he has no chance with is absolutely in love with him, and he doesn't even realize it yet. It's just a spectacular story that's captured with so many layers that you just want to peel back and enjoy.
And in this most recent episode, we get the idea of, like, so they're at a photo shoot. She's modeling as well, right? We have the modeling scene in this episode. And what I love the most about it is that he's discussing with the agent? Yep. Where saying, like, we try and get her to sign exclusively with us, but she won't do it because of her pastimes and et cetera, et cetera. And they said that, you know, and, you know, just the conversation itself, right? And it's her saying, no, I want to do what I enjoy doing. And it's about her deciding to be herself, right? Yep. And a lot of the anime is about that. And then she tells them, oh, we have a birthday to celebrate. Well, if we're celebrating a birthday, you know, that must be her boyfriend or, you know, whatever, right?
Yep. They whatever get there prejudged thought you would have.
Right. You get there and it's not even that. It's not even that. It's literally just them spending time together, doing something that is becoming a love of his and is genuinely a love of hers. The anime itself is just such this, it's way more simple, like you said, than you think, because you could have guessed it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could have guessed it. If you let the characters and their judgments get into your mind, then yes, you will miss it. But you could have guessed that this had nothing to do with that.
Right. It's just again like a little microscope into just being yourself, and it's just who she is. She loves cute things, and she's a cute girl, and she does all this stuff. Yeah, but does that mean she's unapproachable? Does that mean she's unreachable? Does that mean she's an asshole? Does that mean she's mean, a bully, or nah? In this particular case, not even close. So that's what makes My Dress Up Darling so special. Brilliant, a brilliant show. God, it's
so far this season might be a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it is. It 100% is. It's not even anything close to not being. And even the last week episode where it was just them being around her friends, and her friends are just as cool as she is. Like, come on, man. It's everything about it is just, it's special. It's a special story. All right. Moving on to Dr. Stone. Probably a show I would consider to be most improved.
When they cook, and that's a fact.
Yeah.
Here's what it is. It's what I think a lot of it is when we get Senku with somebody who matches him.
Not even that per se, because there's nobody that matches him outside of Dr. Zenu now. Right? There hasn't been anybody close. I think it's when it doesn't. The show gets in its own way a lot when they try to do the overzealous comedy bits, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? And they still have those from time to time, but this time it's been so limited that I'm more excited to see. I will say this. Let me say this. Let me back up. The character they just introduced seemed like a character they had to introduce because they needed a character like this to introduce. Right? She just came out of nowhere. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, we don't have a geography girl. Let's fucking just throw her over here, which we don't even know where over here is because they've been on the ocean forever. Like, what island did they find her on? We don't fucking know. Was it still America? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just all this shit. Are they just riding down the coast of America? We don't know that part of what's going on. And that is a huge miss for me personally. And I do think about that stuff. However,
I was gonna say, you know what I think about?
What?
Go ahead. Do your however first, because I know what my thought literally while I was watching this episode, and that specific part pissed me off. But go ahead, do your however, bro.
The however is when she came to be a part of the team and the way they started, bouncing off of each other, and Zeno's still like, hey, you should join me. And like, he was still doing his Zeno shit. Like, when they were still doing his normal shit, I started to like, okay, there's still something here where we still have to be careful, still have to be wary. But it's like, it's progress. We're moving somewhere. We're moving forward. We're going somewhere. And it's endearing, She's like, oh, hell no, I'm joining him. What they doing seems like it'll be fun. You're the bad guy. Oh, yeah, okay, here we go. And we still got progress, including that cell that they had with her kites. Very convenient.
Now, I will say this, right? Because her being a topographer, geographer, what immediately pissed me off, and I'm just going to say this.
Yeah.
She thinks, okay, I just woke up from being turned to stone.
But she was
civilization.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I don't want you to mess up anything.
Civilization is going to look towards where the water is. So she travels to the water. And then they make this gag where she says, north or south? Well, I'm going to go south. Why? If you have the knowledge of like how geography moves, how the earth would move had time passed, why would she have chosen, with the knowledge that she has, to go south? To me, it felt out of line for her character to have made that decision.
We can't assume that though, only because we don't know where she is.
But we do.
No, we don't. It's been 1,000 years. The topography shifts. So,
but that's what I'm saying. So that's the part that I'm saying, right?
So maybe
we know.
What I'm saying is maybe she, because of her knowledge of the topography, she knows that because of the shift that she has to go south.
And she went the wrong way, though, is what I'm saying.
Because she couldn't see.
Right. But she went the wrong way because she didn't go south to get to the sea. She got to the ocean, saw it, and then went south. When for instance, the better decision would have been for her to have gone north,
right?
And
because the sign told her to go north. Yeah.
You said what?
It was a sign that told her to go north too, but she walked past it because she couldn't see it.
Yeah, that's not even the part I'm talking about though. I'm saying that like with the tectonic plate shift, even, we know that, the plate shift, and she should know that the plates are shifting and that they're typically going to shift in a manner in which, like, if you're already near the South of America, a lot of that is either going to go underwater or shift further down.
Yeah, and again, that's a part we don't know. We don't even know where she ended up after that 3,000 years. So it's kind of hard to. But
that's what I'm saying is we do know, because they're heading towards South America. So she has to be. They were going towards California, so she has to be between California and like northern Mexico. Before they get to South America. So we know that she's somewhere in between there.
So that's probably why she went south then. Yeah. But she didn't go the right way.
Yeah, she still didn't go the right way. But that's all I'm confused about. Like, that's all it is. But I was like, man.
I think it's just the gag of her just not being able to see, essentially. That's all that was.
Right. But it was
pretty stupid.
I think that her character itself, though, once she got there, was so enjoyable.
It was cool.
So lovable.
Yep.
And yeah, she was cool. And like, I like the contrast to the knowledgeable characters. They're not always as smart as Senku. They're not as smart as Zeno. And that's what I meant by matching Senku. That they don't have to be as smart as Senku themselves, right? But they have to match him in a sense. Yeah. Like, I think Stanley himself is like a match for Senku, but not for his strength compared to Senku, but his actual intelligence and how he could attack Senku. So like, even when they were on the ship and he took his shot through the boat, and Senku had to figure out that plan to put the rice up to block. Yeah. That to me is a match for Senku, but it's more of like the problem to solve. You know what I mean?
When you mentioned that, I think of Nanami too, which is the boat captain. Mm-hmm. He's also kind of that type of match, but in a different aspect, right? When it comes to like sailing. Right. So yeah, that's a very good point. They're just, because they're the specialties that the people specialize in, that was specifically woken up for their specializations, do match Senku. And I think that is a very important and intelligent piece of the show. I love when the show progresses, and it progresses in a way that's paced decently. Like, we're moving now. We're going to where we got to go.
And I'm telling you, I love it.
Yeah, and it's no sitting on an island in a village for 15 episodes fumbling around with each other, getting to know these townspeople. Like, none of that bullshit. It's just, we got a plan. We're executing the plan. This is how we're going to execute the plan. And we found somebody that can help us get to where we need to go better. To just magically just so happens to be the type of person we need at the right time. Exactly.
To get rubber.
Very plot armory, but that's okay. That's the shoujo. I mean, not shoujo. The shonen of it all. Speaking of shonen, Togenaki, that main character stinks. Holy shit, he sucks.
We knew that though.
We knew that. We knew that.
We knew that. We're not here for him.
He's worse than I thought, though.
But come on, brother. We knew that.
He's way worse than I thought. All right, yeah. I mean,
we walked into the classroom and I was like, "Oh my god, all of them stink."
Like, y'all are garbage.
I was like, the only characters I like are the characters that did not talk.
The teacher is pretty cool. This Kakashi, I think, is better than the Kakashi in Gachi Akuda.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Easy off the top immediately.
Everybody else sucks so bad. Ugh.
And his constant counting, because he don't want to waste time and he wants to be efficient. Yeah. I'm like, he is irritating, but I find him at least bearable.
Because it makes everything he's talking about make sense. Like, I ain't got time to waste.
Yeah, and the Gachi Akuda one, I was like, come on, man. Like,
he was
let's just get to the meat and potatoes while you sitting here playing with my food.
What a great way of putting it. I can't wait to hope. I hope both of them get better in the sense of just not being too terrible. But I'm looking forward to seeing them.
I'm gonna watch them regardless, but I know I have a feeling that I'm gonna hate both of them. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Me too.
Oh, that's crazy. And I've already played it, so I'm watching them. So I'm sticking to it.
I'm gonna stick to it with you. Let's see if I can last. If I can last. I'm at Polo Borfly on all social media.
I'm at King Teliano on all social media.
You can follow our social medias at youtube.com/@mycheckwaifu and youtube.com/@respectnot games. Thank you so much for supporting our other podcasts and supporting Mike Check Waifu. We love you. And as always, Mike Check.
You're now tuned into Mic Check Waifu Waifu. Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Is that you?